Well, Botshabelo commemorates its independence achieved 36 years ago against the incorporation of the town to the Qwaqwa homeland. The resistance, which lasted for years, saw the matter taken to the Supreme Court of South Africa, now known as the Supreme Court of Appeal, where the court on the 14th of February 1989 had ruled in favour of the people of Botshabelo who protested against the decision to fall under homeland government. While activists who organised the event say these struggles were part of multifaceted fights for freedom, as SABC News reporter Makgala Masiteng tells us.
SABC Stadium in Botshabelo, where a number of activists have organized a day where they are saying that they are teaching the young ones about the history of Botshabelo, especially looking into how they managed for all those years to fight against the idea of them being incorporated under Qwaqwa homeland. But I'm standing with Tembeni Ngangisa, one of the former MECs here in the province, but also part of this event where they are celebrating sort of an independence of Botshabelo, that they managed to maintain it for that time. Thank you very much, Ndade Ngangisa. Just take us through the significance of this day and why have you decided to celebrate it or commemorate it after such a long time?
Thanks, and thanks. Greetings to viewers at home. Look, Botshabelo was founded in 1979. And immediately thereafter, it was then incorporated to Qwaqwa. It was initially a farm called Omforvacht, and another farm called Nchapedi, and another farm called Difate. So this place was initially meant to bring people here as a reserve for a workforce in people in Bloemfontein, because you can realize it's 55 kilometers from Bloemfontein. So Botshabelo was then incorporated to Qwaqwa as part of the homeland of Qwaqwa, because the insinuation was that the majority of the population here speaks Sesotho, so they must fall under Qwaqwa. The Botshabelo people refused to that, so we engaged into a struggle to disagree and engage the apartheid regime and the Qwaqwa regime to say we can't fall under any homeland. That was part of the general struggle for freedom in South Africa. So in 1989, on the 14th of February, the Supreme Court of Appeal granted Botshabelo permission not to fall under Qwaqwa. So there was a court order that then declared Botshabelo as an area falling under the Republic of South Africa. So we are celebrating that day today to say to heroes and heroines that has suffered, some died fighting for the independence of Botshabelo. Some are maimed, many others were arrested. We remember people like Gauta Lefuo, we remember people like K.D. Kanapi, people like Mulifitao, and many others who today are not here, but we remember them. We are here at a stadium called Kaizer Sebotelo. Kaizer was one of the leaders of Botshabelo at that time. Botshabelo has produced many leaders. You would also know that the Secretary General of the ANC, Comrade Fikile Votambalula, originate from here in Botshabelo. We pride ourselves because we actually actualize the Basotho idiom that says Mohale Utswa Marwele. So that's why we are celebrating today, to educate people about the history of Botshabelo and take pride into it. And we are very conscious that the history of Botshabelo and the struggle for Botshabelo independence is the same struggle for liberation of South Africa.
Talk to us about, when I was listening to the main speaker, he was talking about how this area is growing so fast, and even now is still growing. But I had sort of a plea from him that there isn't really much of development as is supposed to be.
Look, Botshabelo, in as much as we appreciate that it has grown, today Botshabelo has got close to 360,000 population. But he says we have one stadium ever since. That doesn't show growth. He also mentioned that we don't even have a hotel in Botshabelo ever since. And there's a number of issues which are plaguing in the community. The issue of Botshabelo still use pit latrines. It shows a lot of underdevelopment. However, we appreciate the amount of development that has been here. We are going to advocate and work closely with government to call for major and rapid development in Botshabelo. Majority of young people here must have hope. So for them to have hope, they must see their life improving, and the development and the conditions around them will assist them to have hope and have motivation for better in their lives in the society.